Will always be afraid of the dark, and men with minds sensitive to hereditary impulse will always tremble at the thought of the hidden and fathomless worlds of strange life which may pulsate in the gulfs beyond the stars.
Welcome everyone. Welcome. Welcome to another preview. Hello to you too. This is MetalCanyon, and we will be previewing an extremely early build, a prototype more or less, of Phoenix Point. If you don't know what Phoenix Point is, and first of all I also apologize if I might be shouting, there is no way in this prototype to set the sound levels, so the music is quite loud. Anyway, if you don't know what Phoenix Point is, it is hopefully, and this is possibly why I might be slightly biased, a triumphant return to the XCOM genre from the, original developer of XCOM games, Julian Gollop himself. He said, enough is enough, let's do another XCOM-esque game. Of course, he can't do XCOM, I guess. But anyway, Phoenix Point. A completely new thing, turn-based strategy, squad-based, aliens, base building, factions, all that good stuff. I mean, just look it up on the internet a little bit, it looks amazing. And as I had secretly hoped, like a fanboy, I had gotten this, very extremely early prototype of the combat mechanics. Well, combat. Now, as I said, everything is subject to change here. Loads of stuff is unfinished. Pretty much all of it is unfinished. Let me just start the Kill the Queen mission. There's only 2 missions available at the moment. There's no, base building. There's no economy. There's animations are rudimentary, placeholders. UI is a placeholder, so even the mechanics, the damage mechanics, and so on and so forth. So anyway, right now at the beginning, we just have to select what we want: grunts, snipers, and heavies. Pretty self-explanatory. The first thing that, I noticed is that the graphics are quite nice. It's a turn-based strategy. You're not gonna, expect photorealistic graphics, but this looks pretty nice for a prototype. Come on, look at it. Now, Phoenix Point, of course, happens in a world ravaged by this alien virus that's turning everyone into weird monsters. Let me put Sniper here. Let me just... Actually, I'm gonna take 3 heavies, because they're pretty good damage dealers. Right! And your task, of course, is to try and rid the world of this menace, or, as the game's premise will allow you to do, maybe ally somehow, in a weird way, with the aliens. We don't actually know if they're quite intelligent yet, but they do seem to be using weapons, so let's end the deployment. Our enemy is over here. There it is. It is a huge queen, because obviously this is called the Kill the Queen. It's also got its little bodyguards, like this crabman here. I think it's called a crabman. Now, just like in the new XCOM games, the mechanics are quite similar. There is a rudimentary sort of time unit system. Now, unlike in XCOM, where you can only move twice, or move once and do something, over here I could move here and then still have a little bit of movement left. So essentially, it is sort of like having time units. Now, they also implemented quite a few nice things from the new XCOM games, plus some things that I would wish were in new XCOM games, like this line of sight, for example. In XCOM 2, if you remember, they added little icons which show you that if you'll be able to see an enemy when you move to a position. But here, it's even better. It will show you with red if you'll be able to see an enemy but not shoot at it, with yellow if you're flanking an enemy from that position, and white if you can just, plain old shoot the enemy. But they are behind cover, probably. So, let's do some shooting, shall we? As I said, once again, this is a prototype, extremely early, animations are very placeholder, sounds, and so on and so forth. But you know what? It's pretty bloody amazing. I've played 2 missions before I, decided to start recording, and I already love this thing. Actually, I'm going to move the grunt somewhere over here. Now, because I'm gonna be dashing, so to speak, there we go. I won't be able to shoot. Now, you click once, and as you can see, despite the fact that I dashed, I still have a bit of movement range over here. Now, another nice thing is when you move, for example, if I could move over here, and he suddenly spotted an enemy, he would stop, and the remaining time units would be mine to spend. So I could say, don't move over there into open, but move into cover instead. So anyway, let's go to the next person. I've got my sniper here. Now, another really cool thing about this upcoming Phoenix Point game is that it sort of melds the old Fallout 1 and 2 targeting options. If you remember in Fallout 1 and 2, if you've played it, you could target individual... well, actually, you can do that in 3 and 4 as well, in New Vegas. But so can you do so over here. Check this out. Now, because this is a boss, I believe everyone can shoot at it because it's so large. But for individual enemies, you can only shoot... well, the enemy. However, the sniper has the ability to shoot specific pieces. Now, each body part has its own hit points. I'm not... oh yeah, I think this means how much damage we'll do. Yep, because over here we have the damage mechanics, but this will change apparently. Because right now they're a little bit confusing, if I'm honest. It sort of has to do a lot with the range of the weapon, but in a sort of confusing way. If you're at maximum range, you do 0. If you're at half range, you do, I don't know, only half the damage. And if you're at, like, touch range, you do full damage. I don't know. It's a little bit confusing. I'm not saying I fully understand it. But anyway, it doesn't matter because we want to shoot this thing. Actually, we might not want to shoot this thing in particular. But anyway, you can shoot the head, for example. And because it only has 3 hit points, we will disable the head plus make it bleed. I'm not sure what happens if you disable the head. I thought you disabled the whole, alien. But I don't think that's what happens. So let's go for... I don't see the head from here, unfortunately, so I'll have to go... no, you know what? I will shoot one of these guys in the head. Nice. Now I've disabled it. And of course, because it's a grunt class... oh, bloody hell, they both are. Because they're both grunt classes, like my grunt over here. They have a passive ability to fire at any enemy that does, well, anything, I think. Or at least shoots or uses an action. Not that it really matters, because this is a prototype and it'll probably change in one way or another. Now, this is my heavy. I can shoot the, the stuff with a minigun, or I can use my rockets, shoulder-mounted rockets. If you look at him, he's got over there... whoops. He's got shoulder-mounted rocket launcher over there. It's one use only, unfortunately, but it's pretty nice and pretty damn powerful. However, I'm not going to be doing this because right now I don't really have any nice targets to shoot at. So let's switch back to the minigun, or machine gun as it's called right here. What is this? 20, 40... this is probably the range. Right, I could shoot that guy, but only 3 damage, unfortunately, and that guy 4 damage. Now, they will both shoot me back, which is not very nice, but we'll do that anyway. Now, I know this is only, a prototype, and they're placeholders, but some of the sounds and some of the animations are pretty cool already. Also... Julian Gollop wanted me to tell you, and I'll probably want to get an interview with him anyway, that what you're seeing, the bullet trajectories, this is merely a placeholder, again, and in the actual game, they will be simulating real physics for the bullets and, and trajectories. So we'll see a lot of, missing and maybe hitting that flammable tank over there, making it explode and so on and so forth. So that's going to be something really exciting. I'm not going to shoot with this guy because not a good place to be here. I'll put him into full cover. The unfortunate thing about heavies is that they have very low movement ranges. Now, right now, cover is extremely important because they will do a lot of damage to me if I don't get into cover. And half cover is not really what I want, but I guess it'll have to be, unfortunately. So, also music. Kind of reminds me of the first game. Of the very original XCOM. Let's end our turn, because we're done. Now, when I first played this mission, I thought to myself, okay, I just have to kill these guys and then the queen. Unfortunately, as you will very quickly see... Oh, ouch. He disabled his head. Unfortunately, the queen moves. Which might have been self-explanatory for some people, but I thought it would be just laying larva. Again, placeholder animation, but pretty cool nonetheless, I would say. Now, this is rife for a rocket launcher, I think. Ow, he disabled his left arm. That's really not good, which means we won't be able to use the minigun there. Now, that's the cool thing. Our soldiers... Ooh, 2 bleeding. He's dead the next turn. He better use the rocket launcher. Now, that's the cool thing. Our soldiers, as you can see, there's a little puppet here, also have parts. Now, normally shooting an enemy will damage a random part, with some parts having a higher chance to be damaged, like the torso, for example, because it's the biggest. Which means, of course, in this case, because our arm is damaged, we can't use it. And this guy is going to die anyway, either from this alien or from bleeding out. So we're going to use the rocket launcher and just say goodbye to that enemy, the larva, and damage the queen at the same time. Can I get... Oh, that... Oh, almost. Almost. Oh, man. I think... Yeah, I think I'm gonna get that one, though. Because, it's got higher health. Let's do this. Nice. And, of course, we've got armor as well, which you can shred, just like in the, newest XCOMs. Right, I don't want to run out of cover. That guy's getting awfully close, and their claws hurt quite a bit. I don't want to shoot that one. Now, I can flank it. As you can see, right now it's red, 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 and yellow. And from here, I will be able to flank it. However, I'll also be in half cover, which means I will be taking much more damage. That one. Yes, please. Nice. I also like how the health bar goes down like... I don't know, it's just satisfying for me for some reason. Now, if at all possible, I would like to shoot that one... Oh, not that one. I guess I'll go for the queen. Let's go for the head with the sniper, shall we? Oh, we'll only do 5 damage. That's not nice. 14. Well, let's go for the head for now. Nice. Now, you can't do anything. Now, the reason why it keeps going back to the people that I've already moved is because they can still use their special abilities, like the gun and run in this instance. Fire and then move again with the remaining movement range. Now, this will use 2 willpower. As you can see, the special abilities cost willpower. He's got 6 willpower. When it reaches 0, I think they panic. Or when it goes below 0. Now, you can also recover willpower by clicking this. But it counts as an action, so you can't do anything else. And I believe you can't move either. So that's going to be quite interesting to see how the, these things will be used. So no cooldowns here. You can use them, over and over, I believe. Or maybe they will add cooldowns later on. But, you gotta be careful about your willpower, because when this guy dies, we'll all get a -2 willpower, which is not nice. Of course, using grenades and such is free, if I still had any time units left, so to speak. Right, anyway. That's creepy. Ooh. That was a creepy sound. I do not like that. Right, let's go over here so we can shoot this one. It's not a very good place to be, but I have to destroy this one. Hello. He's very nice. Him Arnold! Alright. Now, who's left? Heavy. We're gonna go for the head and destroy it. Now check this out. Oh my god, look at it! Look! It's got no head! Oh man. Now I thought at this point, oh man, I've disabled it. It's done. Unfortunately, not. These things are quite a bit more dangerous than that. So, Oh, that's it. I can't do anything with anyone else. Right, let's end the turn. But perhaps one of the coolest things... Oh, he's recovering willpower. That's never happened before. I guess I lost so much willpower that, because I killed people, that, yeah, they have to do that. He's deployed the shield, which means that, you know, any fire from that direction will not be doing a lot of damage. Uh-oh. Ow. Is he attacking? Yes, he is. Ow! Or it is. Now, one of the really cool things about this... Ouch. Oh, this guy died. Yeah, we got -1 willpower, not 2. One of the really cool things about this game is that the enemies will actually evolve. Now, this will not be scripted, and this is a really cool thing. So, let's say, you know, let's say that I bring out flamethrowers. You know, I research flamethrowers, and I bring them out, and I just absolutely roast the enemies. Next time, a lot of them might have fire-resistant skin, which will, you know, I don't know, be sensitive to normal projectiles. And I'll suddenly find myself, you know, on my back legs. I think that's the expression. Or, you know, maybe I'll bring loads of projectile weapons and to shoot them from afar. They'll suddenly grow shields, you know, the next time around, and so on. They'll mutate to adapt to your strategy and try to counter it, which I think is fantastic. But at the same time, I'm kind of worried that it might, you know, put you into a corner. We'll see, though. I think the answer will be just to bring a variety of weapons. Alright, let's see. I can take that guy out. I think that should be a good idea. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I like the fact that the aliens also have willpower, even though they're, you know, mutated horrible abominations of death and evil and whatever else, and I don't like them at all. Let's move. Alright. So, I could go on to Overwatch, but there's no reason. Right, so now I think... Oops, I actually clicked on it. Yeah, but that's good. The really cool thing about these bosses is that, you know, if you think... Oh no, I'll only do that much damage and I'm not gonna destroy the abdomen this turn. It doesn't matter, because you'll be doing damage to the abdomen and the entire health of the boss, so it always counts. So let's go for the abdomen. Unfortunately, we'll not destroy it, despite the fact that, you know, we got a sniper rifle. It's got 8 hit points and we only have 6 damage here, because it's got armor. Bang! Alright. But I'm really enjoying, you know, taking these things apart. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to say. See, the abdomen only has 2 hit points, and we will be doing 8 damage. And you might think that's a waste of damage. But no, the rest of the, you know, damage will still be... Well, not the rest. All of the damage will still be put into the total health. So let's go for the abdomen, take it apart. Yeah! I'm Arnold! I destroy, get to the chopper! It's not very happy, that's for sure. Oh, man. Uh-oh, alien horde. Oh, it's got 3 bleeding effects now, that's cool. So we're doing 3 damage per turn to it. Now, right now, there's no way to stop bleeding, I believe. So if you get a bleed on a soldier, he's as good as dead in the long run, or in the short run if he's low on health. Now, this guy's dead. That's definite. Unfortunately, ooh. Despite the fact that the queen doesn't have a head anymore, it can still see quite well, which makes me think that the head is there just for show. It doesn't actually do anything with these aliens, you know, strange as they are. Now, we're in a bit of a pickle here, shall we say? Right. Let's go for one of the legs. Let's go for that one, and hopefully our other people can also see it. I went for that one. That was my only option, though. I don't think I really... Now, I can't shoot at that one. I can see it, but as you can see, the alien queen is in the way, so I can't shoot it. Which is quite cool. Carapace. Plus... Oh, yeah! The carapace is giving it +3 armor. That might be worth taking out, but I think before I take out the 22 damage, it'll be dead anyway. Right, let's see. That leg will be done if I shoot it. Is it? Yeah, it's not happy. So it's got less movement now. It doesn't really matter because we're right there. I hope it can't do area of attacks. Ooh. Yeah, see, because of the range, I'll be doing minus 15 damage here, so never mind that. Let's just go for this thing. 9. Oh. Any of the legs I choose, it'll be gone. What about these claws? How much do they have? 11. I'm going for that. Disable its attack, plus make it bleed. Very nice. Ah! Whoa! Oh, that's so awesome! It actually broke off. Oh, and this is a prototype. I'm squealing with glee. I'm like a little girl here. I love this. Alright, how much? 5. No. I want to shoot the queen. Even though we won't be doing that much damage from here because of the range. But let's go for that. Yeah, the queen is pretty much dead, actually. So, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, go for that. Other leg. Ugh. And the queen is dead. And now we only have to defeat all the enemies. That was cool. Now I can just imagine if there's more... Whoa. If these things have more health, that you can really take them apart. You know, piece by piece. I think there's 2 behind there. Aren't there? Let's try this, see what happens. No, there was just 1, but we did shred its armor, so that's nice. 8 damage, 4 damage. Well, I can almost kill that one. Let's go for that one, and go for its... let's go for its head. Hello! A really cool thing if you disable its arm that's... Ouch. That's wielding the minigun. It actually drops the minigun and then flops, you know, it flails about as it moves. It's pretty cool. Yeah, just finish it off. Nice. Interesting thought. If I kill enough aliens and they lose enough willpower, they'll either panic, I don't know if that happens, or they won't have enough willpower to use their abilities, apart from, of course, shooting and moving. Nice. Well, I lost a soldier, unfortunately, but I think no, we didn't win yet. We're gonna lose another soldier, unfortunately. Ow! Look at it, it's so creepy. Now, all of these enemies are people that have mutated. And it's not very nice. It's not very nice of them. Take that. I'm not gonna lose another soldier to bleeding. The game is over. The winner is Phoenix Forces. Now, what... You know, this is one of the most important things. This is a prototype and the game is already so much fun. The mechanics work. The targeting systems work. The sound, despite the fact that a lot of its placeholder is right on the spot. It's right on the correct track, I would say. It sounds powerful, it sounds cool, it sounds creepy. And one thing that really excites me, apart from all of what I've already mentioned, and everything that I've mentioned excites me, is the geoscape management. Because it's going to actually try and fuse, you know, the things that were missing sort of from XCOM Apocalypse. If you remember that, I've got a couple of Let's Plays of that on my channel anyway. But in XCOM Apocalypse, there were a lot of factions, a lot of corporations that, you know, because of the lack of development time, they couldn't actually make them do anything really interesting. There was no politics between those. But here, there'll be less factions, but they'll all have their own agendas, and you'll be able to make friends, enemies, help them, destroy them, raid them, ally with them, take their technology, and so on and so forth. It's gonna be bloody amazing. I have to get an interview with Julian Gollop and you know, ask some more questions, and hopefully later on I have a PvP mode or something. I want to play the aliens. I'm so excited. I know I'm a fanboy, but come on, it's Julian Gollop, and this game already looks fantastic, even though it still hasn't even left, I believe, the funding right now as I record this, and probably today I'll also upload it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm really sorry about babbling so much. I know some of you hate that, but unfortunately that's just what I do on my channel. I babble. Phoenix Point, it's a game that I've been extremely excited about ever since I first seen it, like, I don't know, mentioned a year ago? Something like that? And I was just crossing my fingers, and I actually wanted to mail Julian Gollop myself and say, hey, you got some good stuff, man? Can I have a gander, man? Know what I mean? No, I don't do a good... I don't know. Just forget what I said. Anyway, I don't do a good gangster, do I? Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited about this. Check out my Patreon in the meantime. That really helps me out. And you can bet your claws and crabs, hopefully not crabs, that I will be Let's Playing this game on my channel if I get the permission from Julian Gollop and the publishers. But this is going to be amazing. Also expect soldier naming then. Not right now, because it's still way too early, but oh yes. I'm gonna see you later. Bye-bye.